And we are back. It is the last of our charity watch-along for the Star Wars Saga. This is the 9th film we have done in 3 days. I am so proud of every single one of you guys. This is amazing. But before we get back on to this panel, we are watching Star Wars The Force Awakens, the 2015 J.J. Abrams directed film for the suicide prevention, for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. My name is Jacob London, and I am joined by a wonderful panel of people today. Kristen Smith, how are you?
Great. I know you guys only like me for my dog, so here you go.
That's not true. We also like you for your husband.
Yeah, well, he's not here, so have a Freya.
I'm also joined by Matthew Kearns. How are you?
Let's do it. This is the last movie. And also, my lightsaber makes sense again because it comes back. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this movie.
Jeez, spoiler alert. And I'm also joined by our engineer, Chris Doman. How are you?
I'm doing well, guys. I am so happy that we were able to put this little event together. And, you know, this has just been a very magical weekend. Just talking about 9 films that do range in various amounts of quality. But, you know, the fact that I'm just here with you guys and I'm here with you guys as well, it just makes the experience that much more awesome. So let's do it.
We're also joined by the Statman himself, Frankie Janish. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm looking forward to this one. I was glad to start with The Phantom Menace, come in a little bit with the middle, and now end here with you guys with The Force Awakens. This movie has really, really grown on me over the past year or so, well, since it came out, and I'm just looking forward to watching it with all of you guys.
And we are joined by Chris Clark. How are you?
I didn't know we were live. This is awesome, guys. We're gonna rock this. I didn't realize we were live, and I was awesome. We're gonna rock this. This is a movie, and it's a movie. That's all I have to say.
It's a movie. Oh,
it's a movie. It's a movie. So let's rock this movie. Yes. I have problems with it. Yeah.
Yes. Sadly, Jabba the Hutt is not in this one.
Nope,
so
that's
Chris
the biggest. That's the biggest.
All right, guys. Well, with that said, let's get this over and done with. Let's press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
It restarted. I'm having really good luck with technology.
I do love that they didn't start with a Disney logo.
yeah.
My God, was that helpful?
I think it might have helped. Or maybe Touchstone.
Touchstone Pictures presents Star Wars.
Man, this is a sight I thought I'd never see again.
Yep, I never thought I'd see it. I nearly cried when I just saw that Episode 7, Force Awakens. Then Luke Skywalker's vanished, and I felt so comfortable. I was like, all right, we're back. This is Star Wars again.
Yeah, this is a really great crawl.
It is.
You know,
It's
a
a fantastic crawl.
Sorry about that.
Pixar presents Star Wars.
So you guys already talked about, but I remember sitting in the theater and the first words are Luke Skywalker's vanished. I'm like, fuck. There goes my favorite character.
Yeah.
But what I loved about that is because for months now, working in a movie theater, we never got the plot summary. All we got was the continuing adventures 30 years later of the franchise began by George Lucas 30 years ago. Like, there was no plot summary. And then all of a sudden, Luke Skywalker has vanished. There's your story.
And then you start to realize, you go back to all the trailers and even all the interviews and stuff, Mark Hamill's not there for any of it.
Yeah.
And we all thought it was a big accident. Hi, Abe. How are you tonight?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were actually going to join us. Hi, Abe.
I'm eating.
This is why we love you, Abe.
So there's the secret. All the good Star Wars movies start off with a Star Destroyer.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
No, because Revenge of the Sith starts with one.
Jacob.
No boy. Here we go.
All the good Star Wars movies start off with a Star Destroyer.
The one thing that I liked about these the troopers is that their heights are all different. It's usually, like with stormtroopers, are all pretty uniform. Same thing with clones, obviously. But here with the First Order troopers, all different kinds of heights. So it's
BB-8.
Not only that, Ming the Merciless.
Fun fact number 1, Jonathan Peck. The first J.J. Abrams film not to have a musical score by Michael Giacchino.
Yep. And I remember that. I remember before this movie came out, that was the big point of contention: was would Giacchino do the score of it? And nope.
Also, there's Poe Dameron. He's my favorite character from this movie and from this new crop of characters. He's awesome.
Part 2 of Fun Fact 1. My dog hates me, so I'm moving the camera back. Giacchino stated in an interview that he would rather hear the music of John Williams in the new Star Wars film than his own. Giacchino's name, however, shows up in the credits as a stormtrooper.
Oh.
Sam Witwer does some voices in this scene with Matthew Wood.
Thoughts?
I mean, this scene is pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
No, here, I'm going to say this is how you know the First Order is scary. Their stormtroopers can hit people.
Yeah.
They go to work.
But also what I do really enjoy is that, all right, we get the good little action sequence to begin with that brings you back into the world of Star Wars. And it's, all right, we're back and this is the action sequence. Just imagine if one of them was Finn.
Guess the movie would have been a lot shorter.
Well, I mean, Poe does shoot the stormtrooper right by Finn, so he easily could have shot Finn.
Mm.
Linus is in the chat. He says hi to Frank, but no one else because he hates us.
Oh, hi, Linus.
And then he says that he was at Wendy's. Now, Linus, why aren't you here with the Wendy's that I wanted, that I didn't tell you I wanted?
Also, where's the sausage?
You're only like an hour and 45 minutes away.
Where's the sauce? That's what I want.
And also the sauce. Where is the sauce?
You gotta feel bad for BB-8.
Bro, Linus, where's my Baconator? Come on.
Linus, where's my 4 for 4? Do they still have that?
4 is a good deal.
The Force Awakens, or better known as Jess had super wide anime eyes for 2 hours movie.
Linus is on his way with my food, but not anyone else's.
Now, this blood on the helmet thing, kind of weird how they got there, considering we've never seen blood, I think. Aside from A New Hope when the dude's arm gets chopped.
Nope. We talked about this in both Empire and Jedi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Han had blood on his fingers after Leia got shot.
And Luke gets bloody in the face after his fight with Vader.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. But this is the most blatant blood I think we've seen.
Yeah.
So statistically, that is the first mistake Frank has made on this watch along.
Oh,
Well, wait. There's also that puff of blood that comes out of Darth Maul when he gets sliced.
Oh,
right,
true.
yes. Also the blood. But I think that's what Frank was referring to.
Oh, that was awesome. That's
Blood
how
Mist,
I am.
which is a great metal song.
Kylo Ren wants Vader so bad, he tries to steal his entrance from Jedi.
In the trailer, when I first saw this, he was in it, I think. I thought that was Count Dooku.
Max von Sydow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. I mean,
I know a lot of people hate on Kylo Ren, but I love Kylo Ren.
I love
So I
him.
love Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He's just not redeemable.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
We're gonna find out. I
I
have
would
fan
want
him to
theories
be
in
redeemed.
my brain, even though I haven't seen any of the materials for the next movie.
Oh, but
I
he's
don't
still
want him to be
unredeemable after this
redeemable.
movie.
Other than that poster, that's it.
I mean, that's just
that
cold-blooded
shot,
murder.
that bit there, that was just like this.
I
Oh
love
my
this.
god, moment.
Yeah.
That moment.
So cool.
I was like,
And
that's
not only
something
that-
new we've never seen.
Not only
And
that,
Yeah.
but the laser blast, like this part when Poe walks past and it still is being
Oh,
held
yeah.
up.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And this scene is when Poe Dameron became my favorite
Yeah.
character.
It tells you everything you need to know
This
about
line. I think I'm a couple of seconds behind you guys. Where are you at?
8, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I'm like 2 seconds behind too, Matt.
Okay.
Me and Matt
Tell
will be at
me-
the same time.
Tell me you get to 8:34.
31, 33,
No.
34.
Okay. Now I'm synced up. All right. Oh man. I mean, you've never seen a firing squad in a Star Wars movie.
Mm.
Like, just you've never seen just. Which I mean, you know, of course, going through history, we know firing squads have been used a lot in
Jonathan
wars,
Peck.
but it's just like,
Sorry, Jonathan Peck. That isn't quite correct. Brad Bird was able to get out of Tomorrowland, but the only reason he stayed was because George Clooney couldn't do Tomorrowland later. So he had to. So he stayed on to do Tomorrowland. And then the other person was Matthew Vaughn, but he declined so that he could do Kingsman.
Oh yeah, because that was a better choice.
Yeah, it was. Brad Bird doing Tomorrowland wasn't, but him doing King because that way we got, we still got Kingsman.
True.
I'm not meaning Kingsman 2. I'm meaning Kingsman, the first one.
But I
real quick,
mean,
You're right, the good one.
real quick
mean,
about Kylo being redeemable. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean the writers can't do it. That's true, but they're going to have to do one hell of a job convincing me. And
well, because they have to.
it's a
convince,
tall
like,
order.
every fan who ever liked Han Solo ever to be okay with him. So I just want to
And it's-
know everything about Anakin and everything. I don't know that kid's name. I didn't know any of those younglings' names. I don't care. I remember that shot from the trailer, and I thought Finn was a spy.
Mm.
I thought he was doing a Han or Luke thing in
Yeah.
that moment. Because that's the thing I liked that I did is I didn't read up on who the characters were, so I didn't know Finn was a stormtrooper until I saw the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go back and read the stuff that
Was
the
released.
journey to Force Awakens, all those materials. I like to go back after I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
It's a little more.
It does add a lot to their characters.
Yeah.
This whole sequence is one of the reason why I love this movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is, I think, about a 6 or 7 minute sequence just dedicated to showing you who
Mhm.
Rey is. And that is, and this is the problem the prequels never do. And this is the single problem, and it's the problem Rogue One never does. Does not give you that time with one main character to tell you who that character is.
Yeah.
We never ever see who the main character is. This is very like Luke. We spend
Wait.
time with him to find who he is.
What do you mean by that? Because what do we get except for she's a scavenger from this?
So
She's
you
resourceful.
get
See her exactly. her
she's
resource.
resilient.
Yeah.
She's a scavenger. She's resilient. She
What she
is
has to
looking.
survive. Yeah.
Yes,
She's
she's
got
looking
skills.
for more. She's got skills. You relate
She's
to her, and you are able to
She's alone. She's
Well, actually, I have no skills, so I don't relate to that. So.
Well, you learn that she's alone, that she's taking care of herself, that she's done so since she was very small.
She is scared of becoming like the old woman. That she is scared of doing this for the rest of her life.
Oh, yeah.
It's
a great sequence. I just got
interested-
mad that you still trash him, Rogue One. I hate you, Jacob.
That she's good at fixing technology.
This shot, though,
This shot, yes,
is
this shot.
amazing.
When it was in the trailer, I was like, oh boy.
Could you get the sense of how long ago the events of Jedi were?
Yeah.
Of just like how broken down that is. I remember, like everyone else, I thought this was Tatooine in the trailers. Like, I'm not gonna do this because I love this movie, but my one thing is they could have, and I know it's an aesthetic thing, if you tint the sand blue or something, just make it look a little bit different from Tatooine, I'd be fine.
Yeah, I do think it is a little too. I know, but that shot there, she's looking and she is scared of becoming.
Jacob, I agree.
I know. I'm just, I
agree. It's amazing. It's great.
And I like that this character is a combination of practical and digital effects.
Yeah.
Because if this is the prequels, he's completely all digital.
This movie does have a good mix of practical effects, but using digital magic to make them a little bit better.
Yeah.
Enhance it. That was the word I was looking for. Now this, I love this stuff. Like, just,
And you know what? I know that portions probably aren't tasty, but whenever I see her making them, I'm like, man, that looks good. Like some nice warm bread.
StarWars.com told you how to make the bread that Rey has.
It looks good.
They have the recipe on StarWars.com for the bread sheet. So,
like some nice warm bread. Oh my god, it looks delicious.
I think this whole sequence is just damn near perfect because it gives you everything you need to know, and it's just
She dreams of leaving.
Yep.
Like there's so much in here, and it's all, as Jacob likes, visual story.
A lot of people try to say that was Luke's helmet, and I'm like, no, because if you look on the side, there are
it's not.
It's not.
And you don't even need to read a book to tell you that. So.
I mean, I just love the reveal that she lives in a broken down AT-AT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and admittedly, her first movie, basically. She was in a couple of TV shows and some independent stuff, but...
That's one bad robot.
For this... Rey is one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Just fantastic.
I also... Okay, so... We might get to it a bit later in the film, but I will be absolutely shocked if they ever do decide to make Rey a villain, because I think going into this trilogy, I think there might have been a decision that the story is she will turn dark side. I don't think that they were expecting her to become as beloved with little girls as she is. You
can't, not even just little girls especially, but just Star Wars fans in general. People just fell in love with Daisy Ridley, and I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, I think what happened is, you're probably right, Jacob. They probably wanted to make Rey go dark and Kylo go back to the light and do that switcheroo, but then they saw the reception. They're like, well, we better rethink this.
Yeah, because honestly, she is a role model for millions of girls, millions of little girls, and that she is one of the major role models in film right now that little girls can look up to. And if you I think it will be an absolutely shocking thing for them to turn her evil.
Can we get a time check?
Yes, time check. We'll be at 17 minutes in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 17 minutes.
Now this scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
For as many comparisons as it gets to A New Hope, they introduce so many new things, concept-wise, visually. You know, first you had the laser bolt. You got Kylo using the Force to get inside someone's head instead of the probe that you used on Leia. So I mean, there's different takes, and sure you can point to the similarities, but there's still a lot of new stuff in here.
And the thing I love about this is Poe is trying his hardest to resist, but even the hardest you try, you're still not a Force user. You still can't get past a Force user.
Right.
Just that scream.
It's cool.
I've heard this before. Let's just watch this. He pulls out what was it? They go to a rental store. That's my only joke on the comparisons. I just wanted to make the rental joke. What do you guys think of Donald Gleason in this movie?
Donald Gleason?
Donald. Yeah.
I think it's a very one note. I
don't like
character.
it. He's a great actor, but I don't like the character.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, every time I see Donald Gleason in this film, I'm just like, William Weasley, how dare you join the First Order? I am absolutely disgusted.
Again, I like him a lot. It's just, and I'm hoping that changes in Last Jedi, but yeah.
They just didn't develop his character. Like, they develop everyone else, and then he's kind of a main character, and they just don't do anything with him. Like, he's like Hitler.
That's the problem with him and Phasma is they're in the movie so much, but they get no development whatsoever.
Yeah,
Don't you know that Hux is Krennic's love child?
I'm sorry?
Hux is Krennic's love child.
Is that true, or are you just
true.
making sure?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. No.
I was going to say, did Abe write that book? And the book is called Krennic's Love Child by Abe.
Yeah, it's some fan fiction site I was on. Don't worry about it.
You and Manning with the fan fiction.
Oh my god.
I did actually write my own episode 7 back in 8th grade. Just so you know.
I wrote my own run-ons in elementary school. I still have the notebook with it.
Oh, I had drawings. Oh, yeah.
And you know what the funny thing is?
Now, you want to talk about embarrassing fan fiction? When I was about 11 years old, I wrote a complete 6-season TV show. I just wrote the story outline for it. And it was set 150 years after Jedi. And it was it was basically the Darth Krayt story with Cade Skywalker, except it was Cade Skywalker's son.
I love this.
It sucks that you canceled yourself after 6 seasons. You had a good run.
I'm sorry. That exchange is perfect. Just the stay calm. I am calm. No, I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Because you have to think Finn has been a stormtrooper his whole life. You have to give him credit for doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, do we know that they're trained from a very early age, or they're just brainwashed?
He was taken from his home at a young age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you see later on the holograph of him when he's younger.
Alert, General Hux. Stop that fighter.
Oh, you see, if you didn't say stop the fighter, we were just going to let it go. But thank you for that.
Yeah.
We were planning to just let it go.
Slow down that fighter. Wait, slow it down.
One thing that I did love about one thing I always found interesting before the movie came out was they told us this, John Boyega is playing Finn and Daisy Ridley is playing Rey, but they never gave the last names, and they said that when you watch the movie, you'll find out why. And then Finn's last name was because he didn't have one, and Rey's was because we don't know it yet. It was interesting that was one thing that everyone picked up on very early.
Yeah.
And you can draw the parallel that this is similar to when they escaped from the Death Star.
And this is a great sort of this action scene does two things, which is it introduces you who Finn is, and it also shows you how great of a pilot Poe is.
Mm-hmm. Because you saw he was about to pilot an actually now you see him piloting a TIE fighter. So
yeah, and the fact that he's only that he can pilot anything, that this is not a ship that is used by the Alliance.
Although he does get shot down, so he's not like that great. So I'm just.
I mean, look. What I love about this movie is, look, there are huge issues with this film, and there are issues, and we will get to one of the big ones, which is in about an hour. But for the most part of the movie, the first half an hour is damn near perfect for me. I think the first half an hour it tells its story so well and brings you back into the world of Star Wars so perfectly that, and as a sequel to Return of the Jedi, is damn near perfect.
We can go back to Jakku.
Jakku?
When I saw this movie, like, me and John like absolutely love Finn, so we named our one dog after him.
Nice.
So I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
See now, Finn,
because
if you
I
weren't talking, you
literally cannot listen to his name being said. Like, I'm so like emotional right now.
Look at that silver armor and how people bitched and complained because she's a woman and she doesn't have female armor. Idiots. I remember that was a thing, and I was like, really? Is this what people have? We're getting a new Star Wars movie, and you're complaining about this? God.
Well,
people.
lest we forget, there was a legitimate boycott over this movie just because the main actor was black.
Yeah. And that was the first shot in the first trailer.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen like all the cuts, like the George Lucas edition, the Michael Bay edition?
Oh my god, some of those were so funny.
Just if you want a good laugh, just go and
The
go
Michael
on
Bay
YouTube
stuff
and
one's
find-
good.
The Michael Bay one is my favorite. Just it starts off and it's just there's an explosion behind Finn, and then an explosion right in front. It's just all explosions and lens flare.
Well, and in
And
the first trailers that came out, the only thing you knew about Finn was that he breathed really heavily.
Yes.
There was nothing else that you knew about his character other than he was just like panting the entire movie.
And
And
again,
then sorry.
go on.
And then he was really good at a freaking jump scare in that first trailer.
Yes.
Like, when you weren't expecting it, it was like, holy crap, that's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, there's not actually a jump scare. It's even funnier.
And yes, originally Poe was supposed to die. That was supposed to be the last we ever saw of him.
I'm glad he didn't.
Same
Yeah.
here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that because he's
Oscar Isaac is new trilogy bay.
and he's such a good character. Like, and I'm really interested for Last Jedi to see more of him. Because just reading the Poe Dameron comics, it's just I'm so glad that they didn't.
Yeah,
kill
and
him off.
his family was in the comic
Shattered Empire.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about that is he got his piloting skills from his mom. His dad was a ground trooper.
Good job, Mom.
Hello, Robert Parker. What's up, dude? And yes, I actually think there's a chance that this really could be the villain to be the who done it in Murder on the Orient Express. Very
Oh, I
good.
thought you were gonna say in Last Jedi. I was like, what? Excuse me.
Oh, snap.
Careful, Ren.
They do a very good job to let
Exactly,
you
Ren.
know that
Do I need to
Kylo
tell my
Ren-
wife on you?
they do a very good job of in the beginning part of this movie of letting you know Kylo Ren has connections to someone we should know. We don't know exactly who, but Lord Santeca talks about his family. We get Hux talking. we don't know exactly who it is, but we know he's connected to someone, which I like.
You know what's messed up? Like, no one would give this dude a drink of water. Like,
Hey,
that's-
water is a hot commodity out there.
Yes,
That's
they,
what I'm
yet they
saying.
have, like this whole pool of water for this dude.
They would love to get a drink of water. But they gotta go and scavenge for it.
Don't hit a lady.
They put a lot of detail in that big thing. Like they gave him like a butthole.
I wasn't looking there.
Like
but
I would like
alright.
commend them on the level of detail they put into these like little things.
I did.
Like
I
that
was gonna
creature's
mention
butthole.
it, and then I didn't. But I'm glad you did, Kristen. 'Cause
It's
Hey, you know what? I like pointing out little
here's the thing-
details.
Here's the thing. Spoiler alert: the butthole is Snoke. He's been
Yes.
watching Ray on Jakku.
Oh shit! You run.
Just this. I mean, like, could you imagine? No, okay, you say run, but if you see someone coming at you, I'm not sure. I think I'd be too scared.
Oh,
God,
That's gotta hurt.
that hurts so much.
Fun fact from Jonathan Peck, number 3. Donald Gleason has been in 5 big films in 2015. Ex Machina, Brooklyn, Star Wars, and The Revenant. 4 big films, I believe you meant. But that's
No, what's the 5th?
5?
There was a
no,
5th.
that's 5. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't count. 2, 3,
Star Wars?
4. 4?
No, there's 4, but there was a 5th. I'm trying to think what the 5th one was.
And 22 Oscar nominations combined.
I mean, Ray should have just ignited her lightsaber right there. You know.
The fact that they made
also,
BB-8
Robert
so
Parker.
expressive.
Yeah.
Mm.
is
I do just
awesome.
also want to thank Robert Parker for his your donation. Thank you very much, Robert.
Ooh.
Yay, Robert Parker.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh no, yep, no, it was only 4. I swear
Now-
I thought
Okay.
it was-
Kids, like we learned in Empire, if you treat a girl wrong, you will get her. We learned from Finn that if you lie to the girl, you'll be friend zoned.
At least you guys are learning.
Yeah, so we're learning. See, guys, this is why I don't have a relationship, because I learned everything from Star Wars.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So you lie to girls.
No, because I don't want to be friend zoned. I've not found the happy medium between Han and Finn yet. Oh, me and my sister, I remember cracking up at this when we saw this in the theater. Well,
Yeah.
me, my brother, and my sister just laughed the whole "Stop taking my hand."
Yeah. That was funny. I watched this movie 5 times opening weekend.
Wow, I saw this movie 3 times in the theater, which is
I got sorry.
the most I've seen a movie in theaters.
Oof,
I
not the
would-
most
if
I've seen.
If I didn't work for the cinemas, I probably would have seen it a lot more than I did. But because I kept being able to walk in on the moments that I wanted to see again and again, I got like that moment that I didn't have to need to see it over and over again.
But
Well,
see,
now that I got
Ooh.
Movie Pass, after I see The Last Jedi opening
You're just
night, I'm
gonna
gonna go
go.
back every day, once a day, for like a
See,
whole
that's,
week.
that's the thing that I and that was my annoyance was because I was in my freshman year of college when this movie came out, and so I had all of January off, and there were so many days that I planned to just go to the theater and just see Force Awakens by myself. But
Mhm.
at that time, I wasn't comfortable with seeing movies by myself. But now I am, so I'll see Last Jedi just a ton.
Dude, I love seeing movies by myself. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
now
lie.
I do because I go to matinees for like $6 in the morning. So I'll do
Yeah.
like every Friday matinee for Last Jedi.
I don't gotta worry where I'm gonna sit, although most of the time it's assigned seating, but still.
Okay, sorry, right here. Did you guys instantly know as soon as she says that one's garbage that it was the Falcon?
Yeah,
No.
Kinda, yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
I knew instantly.
I was just so the thing about this movie is
That's a great reveal.
Well, it is. It's
a great
an awesome
reveal.
reveal.
but you know what
It
the
is an awesome.
thing about this movie is? I was just so excited that there was new Star Wars, and yet it felt so familiar. Like this set, like seeing this in the original trilogy, and just I didn't even pay attention to stuff, little details like that. I picked up on later viewings. The first time it was just a holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And you know what the great thing was? So I saw this movie on a Thursday screening, and then I went the very next day with friends. So I got the first screening of the oh my god, and then I picked up on it the next night because I got to pay attention to all the little scenes.
You know, we're only like a little past a half hour into this movie, but aside from the Rey stuff in the very beginning, this movie is moving pretty fast.
Oh,
Yeah,
the pacing
it
in this
moves
movie is
really
unreal.
fast.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like it. Like it's extremely well paced because you don't feel like it. Oh man, you're going really quick.
Yeah.
Like it feels as though
upon multiple viewings, I'm like, wow, this actually moves pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, this is a great rewatch movie because the pacing is so like fast paced, but like it's even. Like it's weird because so much happens in this movie, but you never feel lost.
But it's not at the expense of giving you great slow moments from your characters. Like it's that good type of filmmaking where it's like it's fast enough that you're never bored, but it's also not too fast that your characters suffer because of it.
yeah.
Which I love. This was also the first time we ever saw the Falcon not in space and fighting.
Yeah. But that's also because they couldn't do that, really.
They couldn't. Yeah, there's so many. You know, you listen to just George Lucas talk about action set pieces they did in the prequels, and he's like, I would have loved to have done this in the original trilogy, but there was just no feasible way to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he would have had the Falcon on Endor flying around if he could have in Jedi, but there was no way to do it, really.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about this movie is they put so many little things in here that help you know what world you're in. Like when this plane crashes, immediately there are scavengers coming to get stuff from it. Like that is really clever. Like that is just really cool.
Jonathan,
the world they live in. You're right.
Jonathan Peck asks, "Do you realize that Simon Pegg in that makeup?" Yes.
The voice.
But I love that reveal was made at Comic-Con, I believe it was. It was
in the behind the
preview.
scenes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they didn't show it at the Celebration one.
Which he was so happy there was a way for him to be in both Star Wars and Star Trek and not piss off either one of the fan bases.
Oh, don't worry. He pissed off the Star Wars one for a minute, for a hot second.
Well, he would have pissed them off more if you could actually see his face.
No, I'm talking about a comment he made during promotion for Force Awakens.
Really?
Where he pretty much outright said that if you're a fan of the prequels, you're an idiot.
Oh. Yeah, no, that ain't right, man.
Woo!
Woo! I think we just need to do a compilation of all the yahoos and woos in the Star Wars movies.
And
yeah, yippies. Yeah, we need that video to exist.
Also, for the sake of it, just because I'm assuming this is the Jawa version of that, do Utini!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh my god, they don't even know each other's names yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's, again, how fast this movie goes. You're like, oh my god.
And this is where it starts to take a little bit of a...
This is... We're about to get to the...
Yeah.
It just takes time to breathe, and then we're about to get into the worst bit of the movie. I mean, sorry. The best scene, the best shot in the movie, followed by the worst scene in the movie.
Wait, best shot?
You'll see.
He's talking about that right there. That's his favorite shot.
Yeah, that's my favorite shot in this entire movie. Although I do love this moment. This moment is fantastic.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
Yes.
It gives you a lot of insight into him.
I'm not a huge fan of this time around, The next one though
Oh, the
cracks
next one
me
is
the
the
hell
best.
up.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it's a character moment for Kylo. It shows you
Yeah.
that he is a child. He is
He's
still
unstable.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Very.
Well, yeah, no, I mean
Yeah.
you're right, but just still.
It's just good that it shows you the differences between him and Vader. That he is not just Vader.
Because you never see Vader. Vader would choke that guy out.
Right.
Like, just straight up. Like, even before this moment.
Anything else?
All right, guys, we're coming up to the 38-minute mark in 25 seconds. So I'll let you know when we're at 38 minutes in 20 seconds.
What girl?
What girl?
That
My mom,
That
or
one.
is it?
Oh, this.
All right.
The
38
interaction
minutes
between
in
Finn and
10,
BB-8 is
9,
my favorite.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 38 minutes.
This is just great. Again, we talked about this Empire. Just great Lawrence Kasdan, like, dialogue. Just, no, the one I'm pointing to. Or even just ad-lib by, you know.
Yeah.
Droid,
actors.
please.
I don't know, but.
That's the new play a please.
It's just so clever.
The design of BB-8 is genius because you can do all these little subtleties with the character and convey such a childlike behavior with BB-8. It's
Yeah.
Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku?
No. And then the droid just points like, oh, it is just so good.
It's like
That
this one. You got a boyfriend? He getting you Mike and X? You like Mike and X? Can I have your number?
I really thought this was the First Order at first.
Oh,
Oh
same.
yeah.
I was like,
It's a great fake out, but
Mhm.
and like I get why you had to show that trailer shot, but I really wish I hadn't seen it. But at the same time, I'm glad I had.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm glad I was able to tear up a little bit at that trailer, but this is still a great fake out moment of
Because of the red, basically, and it just
Yeah.
well, because then you see the red and you think, oh, it's First Order, and then you see the ship and you go, is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
No. What got it was because I saw it's because of the shot. Like as soon as the shot that comes in a second,
right. Like once they get down, and then I was like, oh yeah. But why do you know that?
Right.
And this is why I did not want to watch any trailers after that first one.
I love Harrison Ford in this movie.
Imagine if you had not seen any trailers and you watch The Force Awakens without seeing anything and you see that moment in theater for the first time.
Kristen,
It would blow your fucking mind.
And I give you credit for not watching trailers anymore. I can't.
There's
no,
just
because I saw it. Yeah, sorry. Yep, go. Oh, so that moment plays better in the trailer. I think that. Yeah.
but you kind of know it's coming, like, because you know it's in the trailer, so you know that Han at some point gets back on the Millennium Falcon. If that's the first time you had ever seen it, you legitimately probably think that those are stormtroopers, and then when it opens and it's Han, you're sitting in the theater like, wow.
Well, my siblings. Well, my sister didn't really watch the trailer, and I don't think she was like, oh my god. But then again, she's not a Star Wars person that much, so I don't know. But yeah.
I wonder if in the Han Solo movie. I wonder if in the Han Solo movie, if we'll see a guy named Duquesne to kind of just not like a huge part of the movie, but just like this guy Duquesne. He likes the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. My Harrison Ford is so good in this movie, and he is. remember back when I was talking with family members when this came out. I was talking with Han. I said he's Ben Kenobi. That is,
Yeah.
and that's not a Force Awakens and New Hope. That is just a shorthand. He serves the same great purpose Ben served in A New Hope in this, but in a Han Solo way. Like it's different, but he's...
Yeah.
Robert needs a time check.
Oh, sorry. I love this moment. And just Harrison Ford plays this reaction just so perfect. We're at the 43-minute point in 14. So 43 minutes in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 43 minutes.
Everyone get ready for Mark Ellis. I have not gotten up to this level in Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, but I'm looking forward to that. Where you capture the Raptors.
Not gonna lie, I do not like this scene.
This is the one scene in the movie that just doesn't feel Star Wars.
See, I like the beginning part of the scene. I like seeing Han back in his old trying to double cross two people. It's when the Raptors break out is when I go.
Yeah.
It feels like they were like, we need an action beat right now. You know,
we need an action beat to show Han in an action.
Yeah, because when they get to Maz's castle, like you don't need this to have the First Order on their tails, because once they get to the castle, they're reporting to the First Order that the BB-8 units there, so yeah, it is just one of these ancillary things that kind of shows you what the life that Han, got fell back into.
Mm-hmm.
It gave you a little bit of chance to see Kylo's reaction when they find out he's with Han Solo, though.
That is true.
And that's important for Kylo's character arc, because you don't know right away who he is.
Mm.
And so then once you discover who he is, some of the stuff that came before is like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I do like that reaction of Han realizing, I'm
again, the beginning part of the scene fantastic. You're like, this is what he was doing before Ben and Luke broke into his life. This is what he was doing all the time. Chewie.
Chewie.
Yeah.
What was the second time? And these were the guys from the raid. I remember that being a huge deal.
By the way, small detail, I do love the font for the subtitle and the other gang. I forget what they're called.
Conja Club.
Paso Leach. Yeah, he comes in.
Conja Club.
Tell that to Conja Club.
I like the subtitle font because it's the Return of the Jedi font.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oops.
Yay! He said it.
Yeah, there it is.
Now, this scene does a couple of things. The one thing with the bowcasters, it does, again, it starts to set up the bowcaster's going to play a fairly big role in this film. We're going to put some emphasis on it.
Yeah, this was the one moment in the movie that I really was like, oh, I don't like this at all. Like,
this was if you have to take a bathroom break when you're in the theaters, this was the scene.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the scene, but I mean...
No, it's great.
It doesn't really serve a greater purpose, but that's fine.
Yeah, they could have done the scene without the Rathtars. I think that's kind of the biggest issue is it's like the only part of the movie where it's like this is CGI for CGI's sake. Like they could have done it with just them running from the two gangs.
Yeah, they could have. But it also does kind of help establish this relationship between Rey and Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, my biggest problem is it doesn't feel like Star Wars. This is the most non-Star Wars feeling. This feels like a J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. Like it feels like
ironic because his Star Trek films are basically Star Wars films.
Yeah.
But
that was lucky. I love that.
I totally didn't care about the fact that you were going to get killed about 2 seconds ago.
Malcolm needs a time check now.
We'll be at 48-minute mark in 4, 3, 2, 1. I will let you know when we're at the 50-minute mark. 49-minute mark in a minute.
Poor Chewie.
He's so brave.
What do you guys think of the what do you guys think of the score to this movie?
I love
I
it.
really like it.
It grew
I
on
did
me.
not like it the first time I heard it,
True.
and then I listened to it more, and now I really love it.
Ray's theme, Scavenger.
Ray's theme is a G.
March
It's
the
masterpiece, honestly.
Resistance. Yeah,
You're right, because when I left the theater, I was like, wow, I really didn't. I remember not being wowed by the score for this movie, and then I listened to it, and after I listened, I was like, oh wow, this is actually there's a lot of good stuff in here.
Yeah.
One sec. So we're at the 49-minute point in
Hey, look,
5,
an unnecessary Easter egg.
4, 3, 2, 1. 49 minutes.
So yeah, after I saw this movie, this was actually my favorite Star Wars score. And I think it's because I got this CD a couple days after I saw the movie, and I just listened to it like nonstop while I was doing stuff. And it is, I'm not gonna lie, I know maybe this isn't my top 5 for Star Wars. I just love this score so much.
I think I'll place it at number 5. Yeah, 5 all time. All 3 original trilogy movies, Revenge of the Sith, and then this one.
For scoring, or
Yeah, for score.
For scoring, this is actually my second lowest. Or sorry, third lowest.
That's fair.
yeah, I mean, I put it in the middle.
Because here's my problem is that it's good. It is good, but I can only hum you back 2 themes.
Oh, I can
That's
hum the
fair.
whole thing.
That's it. Yeah.
Real quick about Snoke.
I sit around and I hum that Rathtar scene score all the time.
Real quick about the Snoke. I felt people severely overreacted to how Snoke appeared in this movie. I was like, relax.
But
Like, come on.
everyone thought the same thing, that he was like 9 feet tall, and then it's
Come on,
it's
really?
the hologram.
Yeah.
Also, any nostalgia Craig fans here? Anyway, how's your father, Han Solo? I remember hearing his voice in the trailer. I thought it was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was that rumor that he had a role in the movie for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I swore it was Benedict Cumberbatch, but it was not. It was Anthony Serkis.
Master.
And,
Serkis. Yeah.
Real quick about Snoke again. In the trailers or the promotional stuff, whatever images you've seen of Snoke for Last Jedi, he looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Except
I
for that
haven't seen it,
action
so I
figure
wouldn't know.
that came out. That action figure, looks like he's in his bathrobe getting the morning paper. But besides that,
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, so I'm just agreeing to agree at
So
this point.
the first 10 seconds of the new 45-second TV spot are
oh, you're just evil.
Or the reason why Kristen should not watch it.
Yes, actually, yes.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
And it's why I hate the fact that I accidentally saw it on Twitter.
You know what? And I did the same thing with Thor. I didn't watch any of the trailers or anything, and I am very glad I didn't. Because there was some stuff in there, like that he got his lightning powers and all that. I'm glad I didn't see in the trailer.
I think this bit's a bit. Yeah.
Now, as a mixing engineer, you never want to bypass your compressor.
Move ball.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah.
What?
When he says move ball.
It's pretty funny.
I just realized something. Chris Clark has not been talking a lot. I thought
Yeah,
he was.
He's still watching
Are
Jabba,
you
I think.
watching Jedi again, Clark?
No, I'm watching. I'm just beat.
Okay,
Oh.
fair enough, buddy.
But yes, I'm also watching Jawa.
That's why you love your dual monitor setup where you are. You get the best of both worlds.
And I'm watching Hannah Montana.
Oh, what episode?
Oh, well, you got the best of both worlds, Chris.
The episode where she gets a cow and makes it eat carpets. I don't know.
That I don't think that happens, but actually, it could have.
Yeah.
I
It
think
was
if
in the later seasons. No one watched.
Wait,
the
is
writing-
it the episode
the
where
writing
she
was
gets
that
in a
poor, it
dilemma,
could have
tries to
happened.
hide it from her parents, and then learns a valuable lesson in the end? Is that the episode?
yeah, it's called The
Sorry.
Rug of Jury.
This line that's coming up. This is the one that got me in the trailer. Like this is the line that got me the most excited
There's
for this
just
movie.
so much here in this scene that you're just like, I need to know so much more.
Mm.
Considering you were alive during the Clone Wars. And considering that growing up on Corellia, there actually were a couple battles there, so you should have been pretty well aware of it there, Han. Just
He
saying.
was away for the Clone Wars. They were on vacation.
Yeah, come on, Chris. People take
Now-
vacations.
Here's the
Just Han Solo saying that on the Millennium Falcon. It's just
here's my
That
thing
hit
to
me.
add to that. Not only Han saying that, but saying that in almost the exact location where in New Hope he says hokey religions and
Right.
ancient, like
Yeah.
just being like the Force is all crock of shit.
yeah.
Being like
It just
it's all
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Like it's just talk about just a character
You're right.
arc.
He's in a place once where he pretty much denied it. Now he's in the same place professing it. So yeah, it's a very full circle
He
moment.
would, not only that, 30 years ago, well, more than 30 years ago, he's making fun of an old man professing it to a younger kid, and now he's the older man professing it to to young kids.
Jonathan Peck, fun fact number 4. Rey was originally cast. Blech. Rey was originally called Kira, which later on, that is the name Amelia Clark character is in Han Solo film.
Now,
So he
this
was-
scene I
sorry.
love where Han knows Finn's lying.
Okay, big deal.
Oh god, it's so great.
I love this.
Oh man, I would pay good money to have Harrison Ford call me Big Deal.
You know what? I would pay good money to have Harrison Ford just make a nickname for me because
Sure.
I feel like it would just be a great thing.
This is a great moment, too. This is the giving the blaster. Again, being Ben Kenobi, this is giving the lightsaber. Just sort of take care of yourself.
Great, it's great.
What?
There is no way Rey is Han and Leia's kid.
No
At
way.
the end of this
Oh,
movie,
no,
way.
no.
I
No
think
way.
people are past that theory.
We're
Guys-
past that. We're past that
okay.
theory.
We all know.
The possibility of her being his niece, there's a chance.
Okay, guys.
I'm somewhat off that bandwagon, but I'm saying there's a chance.
Nah.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I just like Is there's like a 0.1% chance?
It's like the whole Kylo being redeemed thing. Both
Yeah.
are a possibility if it's done correctly.
I've been on the Kenobi camp for a while.
Yeah, me too.
The Kenobi camp's one that I flirted with, but it's kind of I'm still kind of at the point where I think she is that her lineage isn't a big deal. It's more of what Mars Kanata says to her in a bit, where it's it was the past. It was the past.
All right,
and
guys.
this is your future.
I hate revealing this to you, and especially Kristen, but I got some connections to Lucasfilm. Here's Ray's parents. I'm sorry I had to reveal it to you, but I just felt you guys are getting all the exclusives on this watch along.
Can I just say what's sad is there are going to be people watching this watch along who have absolutely no idea who those two people are.
And this is my favorite thing about this movie is space reggae.
Space reggae, yeah.
I love space reggae.
Jabba Juice, whatever it's called. This is the Jabba song that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote for the movie.
Theory: Rey is from Clark's homeworld, Wufiki.
Wasn't there a pod race flag that they digitally removed outside?
Yeah.
That was stupid. I think Maz is related to Yaddle, or whatever Yoda's female counterpart was in episode 1.
His sister?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Who knows? Maybe.
That thing looked like a mixture between like a Gamorrean guard and
J5.
Shitty 5, yeah.
Feel it again. The pull to the light.
I love this scene.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It's a great scene.
Because this is...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because this is where you're just like, okay, he's actually not pure evil. He's got a lot of confliction going on.
I love the voice they gave him.
Yeah.
That it's not Vader, and it's
But
not a child either. It's
okay. It's someone trying to do an impression of Vader.
I had never looked at it.
Voice. It's. I remember that shot in the trailer, and I was like, "Oh my god! Someone fished that out."
Yeah.
I love the effect they have on it, though. You can like hear the breathing as it zooms in. Like that is just eerie.
No.
Daisy Ridley talks about she made the terrible mistake of starting to eat when they filmed the scene first, and then realized that because of that she had to eat in every single take.
Yeah.
For continuity reasons.
Amazing.
Oh, and BT Dub, the name of the song is actually Jabba Flow, not Jabba Rocks.
Oh, it is. It's called Jabba Flow, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's perfection. That's what I would walk out to if I was in a schmodown. I'll do my
I like
Jabba.
it, Chris. I like it.
Jabba Flow. Attack of the Clones gave me the fact you have to have sex with a woman to give born of a child, according to Star Drew.
Okay.
Well, that's one species.
Yeah, a lot.
You know, Chris Clark's species, they just lay eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, we lay eggs and we're hermaphrodites.
Like Jabba.
Yeah. This is awesome. Yep, I'm a hermaphrodite. Exclusive here, bro.
B. Arthur, welcome to my watering hole. Please never talk about your watering hole.
He is canon.
You're not a fighter, you just want to run.
I'm not a lover, I'm a dancer.
Right, Kevin Bacon.
I think I may spend more time quoting the Nostalgia Critic review of this than the actual movie.
Fair enough.
Especially Snob as Han Solo.
Speaking of B. Arthur, that character is canon.
B. Arthur?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
How?
From a certain point of view.
That's not how the Force works.
No, like the book from a certain point of view.
Oh,
she's in a
okay.
short story.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought
I thought you were using that as
quoting.
like the line of like I can retroactively do anything from
No,
a certain
no.
point
From a
of view.
certain point of view.
Guys, if I'm gonna actually quote it, I'm gonna say it like Obi-Wan. From a certain point of view.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
That was moderately good, I guess.
I wonder if he's
Well,
really
to be fair, I'm
gone.
not trying
It's
right
almost
now.
like he's been in a lot of shots later on the trailer that we haven't seen.
Her short film in the holiday special is, I think that might be a little bit better than Revenge of the Sith as a whole.
Mr. Clark, I will be seeing you after this watch along, and we will be having a nice little discussion.
Be scared, Clark. Be very scared.
What happened?
I think I'm getting fired. That's what happened.
Oh, nice to meet you, bro.
I love you, Abe. You're fantastic. And
No,
I
but it
stole
does-
some dude's clothes, all right? But it's cool because he's dead, I swear.
You have dead people clothes on? Cool.
Even after the speech, Finn's still in the friend zone.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Once you see Oscar Isaac, how can you,
I mean-
and if you've read the Force Awakens novelization, you know that Rey and Poe, little spark.
We might now lose donations because of that, Chris.
You want to talk about the most?
Okay,
The most
now
important
we come to the
scene?
best scene in
Yeah.
the film.
Yeah.
This scene has so many implications.
This is the cave scene. This is just
Yeah.
there's these scenes that happen in Star Wars that are just perfect for characters and their journeys at a certain point that they need.
I also wish they didn't delete that scene where she encounters Uncle Plot, I think, because that kind of puts a whole... It's where Chewie rips off his arm, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
but-
glad they left
yeah.
that out though. It didn't flow.
That's why they cut it. It just would have been I like watching the scene. I like it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I can see why it's cut.
They needed to save that action beat for the giant Sarlacc pits with the tentacles or whatever those were.
Yeah, because that was
Alright.
much more important.
Fair point, Clark.
I don't like Clark. I'm with you. I don't like that scene whatsoever.
Which one?
The Rathtar.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I was watching it and I was like, this is a great alien movie.
Yeah. Don't
Now I
worry,
brought
you
this
don't-
up
you
in A
don't
New
worry.
Hope. Is this the same box Obi-Wan had in his place?
No, his chest was bigger.
Yeah.
And Pablo never
Not
got
that I'm
back to us.
Yeah.
Pablo never got back to us. That asshole.
They can
I guess
retcon it. They can retcon it. They could say they added the latch later and all that stuff.
It could have been cool if it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you're originally supposed to down there. You're supposed to see Luke and Vader fighting, but they cut it.
Really?
There's already so much in this sequence, though.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Like, they pack so much into here. Trying to unravel it all is like...
So many scenes that they use in the trailer to try and make us think there's action sequences that aren't there. Now, apparently, some people say there's something in Kylo Ren's hand here in this sequence. I don't know if that's true or not. Rey has... I feel so bad for her. Rey has only known one hairstyle her whole life.
Ray?
That's Alec.
Mm-hmm.
These are your first steps.
So you got
Ewan.
Ewan McGregor doing the M part, but they were somehow, from Alec Guinness saying afraid, they were able to get Rey.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
awesome. And
Don't be
J. Donald
afraid.
Taylor talks about how
Don't
he actually
be
recorded the whole line, And then he recorded the line, and then J.J. Abrams heard him and was like, "Oh my God, this is great! I'm going to call Ewan and see if he wants to come in and do this."
Malcolm, with all due respect, I'm not worried about Wolfiki and vengeance. You know, he can bring it all he wants. I just assume that I'll just find I don't know, some way to stop him.
I know too much about Chris. I know all the secrets about everything.
Oh, I want to ask you guys, maybe you do know. In the trailer, we see the scene where it looks like Maz is handing the lightsaber over to
Maz was supposed to be on the Resistant base, but they cut that whole plot line out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yep. That's why there was the shot of her giving Leia the lightsaber, but they just got rid of it, which I think is fine.
You get that by that little snippet anyway.
Are we talking about the trailer for The Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was really
Yeah, we're talking about Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so that's not in the movie.
No,
Mm-mm.
not in the movie.
But I always thought maybe they reversed that shot. Leia's giving Maz the lightsaber, and that's how Maz got the lightsaber. But then it begs the question, how did Leia get the lightsaber?
Well, the original opening of this movie was after the end credits. The camera pans down, and you see Luke's hand with the lightsaber floating, and it falls to a planet, which is, of course, Maz's planet. The problem is, right after that, then they go into the whole Jakku thing, and they thought people would be confused because they would think that's the planet where the lightsaber landed on, and, so
Plus,
they
I
just
don't like
cut
that
the whole thing.
at all.
Because how does that fall from Bespin and get into outer space?
Right.
Unless Bespin is like a cloud.
It's a different galaxy.
Oh wait, but is maybe
Clark?
is
Clark
Bespin
Buddy?
literally a
Clark?
cloud?
They're movies with
It
lightsabers.
is a gaseous
It's okay,
planet.
you don't have
It's
to
like
overthink
Jupiter.
it.
It doesn't have solid land on it.
You don't have to
Okay.
Okay.
Now, can we just go back to this? I
hate this.
have I have issues with this bit here.
It's just I'm evil. Listen to how evil I am because I can scream and bug out my eyes. And I'm like, okay.
I do love how for months everyone was going, is that Snoke? Is that Snoke? Is that Snoke? In that shot there.
Yeah.
It's
one
of those things where
too
I
over
just
the
don't-
top.
I don't care about the Republic because I have no clue what's going on.
That possum guy needs a timestamp.
We will be
That possum
at
guys are not
1 hour and 10 minutes
game lately.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute, 10 seconds.
I mean, we don't care about Alderaan, but at least there was a personal connection for one of the characters before it got blown up.
We cared about Alderaan because Leia cared about Alderaan. Because now I feel if they had the subplot of which we see the person Leia sent to the planet, maybe we would care a little bit more in this moment. But here it's just I feel bad that all these planets are destroyed, but
It would have been good to have context.
yeah.
Like what planets are getting destroyed?
Like this makes
Like-
who's she? Is she important?
No,
Like
no,
the
she's not
Supreme
that.
Chancellor, and it's
And
more
it-
just
okay.
like
Is this Coruscant like that? But
Right.
like, I know it's not, but it makes you look. It looks like it is, and that's
I thought when I watched that this was Coruscant and they killed everybody in Coruscant.
And listen, I know everyone complained about way too much emphasis on politics and everything in the prequels, so they just did away with it, but you run into these problems. Sometimes you have to find the happy medium. There's some stuff that just has to be explained.
No politics.
So wait, is there something in canon that explains what those planets were? Is that Bloodline?
Yeah, Bloodline. Well, look, that is the New Republic.
Okay.
And the
House
guy
got blown to shit.
and the guy standing next to the person Leia sent from the Resistance is actually the new Chancellor. You wouldn't know that because they don't talk about it.
And he's dead now. Everybody's
Ooh,
dead.
Kevin Smith is coming up fairly soon. His audio cameo.
Where is it? What is it?
This is a great shot.
I'll point it out. Oh, I love that shot. Yeah, I'll point it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is such like a shot a fan would make.
Robert Parker wants me to make a bet with him that if the Lions lose, that he gets my dog, and if the Packers win, then he gets my dog, and it's not going to happen.
Why would you ever wager your dog? That's just cruel.
That's
I mean, for a day. He just gets her for a day.
Oh, for a day.
But it's not going to happen.
I was gonna say Freya probably wouldn't
we
go.
kind of missed it then. Maz's line of "That's a good question for another day" is literally we have not written it yet. That's
That is, we have no clue what the
We haven't
story
figured
is.
it out
so
yet, but yeah.
We will get to that when
when we
decide to
figure
write
it out ourselves, we'll
That's
tell
Lawrence
you.
Kasdan. That's Lawrence Kasdan going like, "F you guys, have fun with this one."
Good luck.
Yeah.
Now, you guys saw the way she scrunched her face. It's very similar to how Luke in
Yeah, I
Empire
saw
scrunched his
Hamill's
face.
post. Yeah, I saw
Therefore,
Face scrunch.
they must be related. I mean, obviously.
Yes, and the way that she swings her lightsaber means she's a Palpatine.
Right.
Now,
Exactly.
Have similar fighting styles
I'm
to
sorry.
Kenobi.
Chris, that's stupid. That's a little...
Now, does Carlo know who she is?
No.
I would like to think
Okay.
no.
I'm saying he doesn't know her name, but he knows about her. He
Girl
knows
that was
of her.
with FN 2187.
No,
That
no, no,
was
no,
escaped
no,
with the
Like
story.
Snoke knows who she is.
I love that shot. Just
Oh, that's awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love when he yells at Chewie. It's just the best. You have one.
Now, they
have
changed the way the lightsaber is activated in this movie, and it annoys me a little bit.
Yeah, that's not even close to how it's done.
It's not that, no.
I do love the bait and switch though that they did of
They make it look
Finn,
like
yeah,
Finn's the
that
Jedi.
Finn was the Jedi.
A couple days ago, we were brothers, but now I will just kill you in cold blood. Oh, what's up?
Traitor.
Now, I know a lot of people saying they wish this was Phasma, but the way the scene ends, it would have made sense for it to be Phasma and have it still end up the same way.
She would have
Yeah,
kicked his
but-
ass.
Yeah.
But he's a way cooler character than Phasma simply by the fact that, there's actually still some kind of connection here. Albeit for 2 seconds.
Well, yeah.
And plus, Finn using the lightsaber, it almost kind of counteracts how a lightsaber is technically supposed to work. So you're supposed to actually use the Force to turn the lightsaber on, technically.
Correct.
So Finn is Force sensitive.
Well, but that was in old canon. They
I
haven't
was gonna
confirmed that
say.
that's current canon.
They haven't.
It's been brought up in
But
comics.
it's not confirmed.
It's been brought up in canon comics.
I think it can work both ways.
You guys missed Kevin Smith. You missed his cameo.
Should we rewind it?
No.
No.
Now, this I love, seeing how badass of a pilot Poe is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
This is just fantastic.
It's almost a little too fantastical, if you ask me.
Well, wait, okay.
But I like it.
I'm sorry, Chris, to go back to this point. So does that mean Han Solo is Force sensitive?
Well, yeah. A little bit.
What?
Yeah. You
No.
think you think Kyle got the genes strictly from Leia?
Does that mean Padme is
Okay,
Force
okay,
sensitive?
okay.
No.
Everybody is.
Okay. Everybody is
Ish.
a little bit Force sensitive. It's in varying degrees. Anakin, super Force sensitive. Luke, super Force sensitive. Leia, very Force sensitive. Someone like Han. Yes, because the Force is in all living things, as clearly established.
All right, fair enough. Fair point. Fair point.
It's just a matter of how well can they be in tune with the Force.
Fair point.
And you guys made me miss the best fucking shot in this film to prove a point.
Well,
Assholes.
you can still watch the movie and talk.
Rasica needs another timestamp.
Don't give it to him.
God, you
Sorry,
suck.
Rasica. Frank told me not to.
No, that's not
Oh
it.
my god, Frank is so mean.
We're about to come up on an hour 18, Rasica. But you owe me a meme for this.
Yep, we're coming up on 2 hours and 18 minutes, Roscoe.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Rasica, we requested a Chris Clark as Jabba meme earlier.
No, that's
You wanna
only.
get on that?
No, we will get it, but we have to get to $500.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then don't make that one.
And apparently, if we make $500, I'm also fired.
No. If we make $500, you're not fired.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
What it said.
Someone
That's
just time
stupid.
check an hour and 18 for everyone.
We'll be on hour 18 in 10,
10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Happy New Year!
And Roscoe, next time a time check is going to cost you $50 donation.
Yeah.
So maybe I shouldn't put those on the actual stream when we go through OBS anymore.
So again, I have to give credit to Daisy Ridley for a first-time big screen actress. Just the pain she's shown in that moment there is insane.
Yeah. Like they got pretty lucky with the actress they picked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Son.
Burn! Oh, wait, wrong scene.
I was wondering if someone was going to do it, but
Ray!
No! Right!
I feel like I can run and catch them.
Ray!
Attack the block.
Throw the lightsaber. Throw it at the ship.
Throw it at the ship.
Kylo, you forgot this!
That's actually no. That would have been.
I
if it
know
was like,
you're dead.
I got this, and Kylo would have been like, "Wait a second, pull back."
I got bigger fish to fry right now.
I gotta
wife-
see my
yeah,
ex.
I say my ex-wife's here.
My ex-wife is here. Okay. Here's the thing. My ex-wife is here, and I haven't exactly been paying alimony.
Tammy
So
number 2.
this is gonna be interesting. Also, child support was out the
All right,
window
now,
a couple
just
years
shush.
ago.
We're hearing Leia's theme.
Yeah.
And back to talk.
God damn it.
Hello.
Still cock blocking 40 years
Oh
later.
my god. The red arm thing was the most over just
They devoted an entire comic book to it.
like ooh.
Well, it's obvious. He just ran his arm through Jar Jar and he never cleaned it up.
Oh my god, this got really dark really fast, Chris.
Rasica in the chat says Finn trying desperately to save Rey, just like Frank trying desperately to at Star Wars trivia.
What? Oh my god.
And Lauren says Jacob knows that feeling. I don't know what that's in relation to, but I'm assuming that she's making fun of you.
Have you run
Probably.
down Lauren in a car or something? Lauren!
Lauren!
Lauren! And then you're just like, Dad, she left, and she took the Wi-Fi password. I know. Now again, the explanation of the resistance and everything is in the book, not in the movie. So it's
Would have been helpful.
yeah, it would have been because if you're going to go into trouble, you should just call it the Alliance because everyone would be like, okay, I see. But
Has everybody noticed that on Abe's screen he has a graphic that says "Don't like this movie"?
Is he on this just so he can have that graphic on his screen?
I think so. Oh, I love this moment. We were
Bro.
coming up
And
on
and come on.
an
Come
hour
on.
and 22
I want. Who
in
doesn't want them to be together? They're so cute
5,
together.
Yeah.
4,
Now
3,
kiss.
2, 1 hour and 22 minutes.
They're so
There are a lot of
cute.
people out there who ship them. Just saying.
Yeah,
It'd be
a
great
lot
together.
of people.
Pretty
A
awesome.
lot of people.
Be very cool. I have nothing against that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
They call that.
Like that
It's
would be the first like main character gay couple in Star Wars.
Excuse me, 3PO and R2?
Robots, do they have gender?
They're
But they
an
have.
old-
They have
Yes.
married couple.
Yes, they do.
And you know what the funny thing is? We get to see the funny romantic comedy meeting where they don't like each other in Phantom Menace. You know, we get to see the honeymoon phase ending in Attack of the Clones. You know, it's like we get to see the whole relationship. Now
Right.
this woman, she's in love with Chewie. You just
That was very scary. You were so brave.
was she my like elementary school nurse? When I get a paper cut?
You were
We-
so
You're
brave.
so brave.
They need to explore that relationship.
Amtro Jabba in there, just
Yes, Chewie's very vulnerable now after Han's passing. He's very vulnerable.
yes.
'Cause, with no subtitles.
So, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Now
Yeah.
seeing this again is just gonna make me
Yeah.
cry all that much more tears when I watch Last Jedi.
Aw,
Probably.
that's nice. I like to hear that. Oh,
He's like, wake up, fucker!
we'll all cry together.
Aww.
I mean,
R2's in a coma.
R2
Oh my God,
is
now we're in
one
soap
stubborn
opera
son of a
phase their
bitch.
This
relationship, but-
okay. This whole R2 bit was stupid.
It's
like,
so stupid.
Yeah.
like okay, and what the worst part is there is an easy fix. BB-8 has part of the map. R2 has part, and the First Order have another part. And that when they go and rescue Rey, that's when they get the First Order part.
Yeah.
That's
easy
the
fix.
fix.
Easy fix.
And this
Robert has
way
to
we
leave.
still have
Says he
R2
loves
working.
us and
Yes.
Stuff.
Mm.
Abe.
Like that's yeah, and all they're missing is the First Order's part, and R2 can be working, and he's not in a coma the entire freaking time.
Oh my God, they're so
See ya,
good
Abe.
together.
Robert. See you, Robert.
Does it make anyone else sad the fact that since Han dies in this movie,
What?
we're not going to see we're not going to see interactions between these two anymore?
We might get a
I'm just so
flashback with all
sad.
three of them. We could still get that too.
I would love it if in Last Jedi they do actually if Harrison Ford is in it and there is a flashback with the three of them on screen together one last time. I would love that. I just don't think it's happening.
I don't think
Yeah,
the thing is,
genuinely
Force,
don't think it's happening.
Rogue One did introduce the idea that flashbacks can be a thing in Star Wars movies, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
They've already established that it's something that can happen. So it'd be great if it did.
I mean, also, it could just
He's a
be
jerk, the
it could be a
uncle thing
force
that we pissed
vision
about.
from Luke. He's remembering,
Mhm.
things in the past. So, I mean, you could say it's a flashback or a force vision, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, now that's just mean.
I was a little disappointed they revealed his face at this point in the movie.
Yeah, a little bit.
At this point, I'm okay that they did eventually show his face, but just at this point, I was a little.
Now I love, he's got helmet hair. Now it's well combed. Now it's going to be all well combed in the next shot.
I like that those are the ashes
Yeah.
of his enemies.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is just
That's a detail.
okay. That is also a non-redeemable person. Sensual Anakin. He didn't keep the ashes of the younglings by him.
You don't know that. He could have.
Where in the movie did we see they show us the ashes?
But they
Just
don't
saw
tell
the
us it's the ash.
That could be what he's breathing. He could be breathing in ash.
Breathing in ash.
Did I say? I said ash.
Yeah,
You
Kristen
said
said
ass.
ass.
Oh, well, that too.
This was wasn't this Daisy Ridley's audition scene?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is pretty much what got her the role. Which, even if you watch the audition, you're like, yeah, I can see why.
And this has a lot of similar callbacks to Episode 2's Torture thing. It's shot the same way as Dooku and Obi-Wan in that cell. Maybe just a coincidence.
He would have disappointed you.
Why do you seek to find Skywalker? Because he's a jerky uncle who didn't let me play with the dark side.
I feel like in the prequels, they would have cut away from this scene. Like, there's like a clear part where it was like, oh, I thought they were going to cut right here.
Yeah.
And then they didn't. And I was so happy that they didn't. Like, yeah. I'm just glad they stayed on the scene.
Just her face right here is.
Ugh. Now this is the first real scene where you go, Rey's a little bit more interesting than we give her credit for.
Yeah.
Force-wise.
When I heard those words, I was like, "Oh shit!"
I was like, I know him.
I was like, she about to get a lightsaber through her.
She resisted
Can you imagine that? Like, it's like, you're afraid that you'll never be as strong as Darth Vader. Oh, yeah? Bring me her. About that. Here she is?
I like they use like really subtle touches to like help you know that like Ren is trying real hard to be like really menacing, but then like his actual face like isn't very menacing at all. So like when Hux walks in, he's just like, ooh,
Yeah, like,
I wish I had my helmet, but I actually
great actor, but
forgot
like he's not the first person I would think of like I don't think of the guy from Girls as like an evil like dark side user. Like,
yeah.
You know.
This is one of the best scenes, and the worst part about it was this cameo was spoiled 6 months before the movie came out.
I never
Because
saw the spoiler, so
Yeah,
it was when I say spoilers, it was rumored upon. It was heavily reported on that Daniel Craig was in Force Awakens as a stormtrooper.
now is he like in the suit as well, or did he just do the voice?
I believe he
Pretty
was in
sure
the
he
suit.
was in a suit.
Yeah, look at the posture. That's definitely Daniel Craig posture.
Yeah.
Also, listen to the interview he did after Force Awakens when he said he would rather slash his who's before doing another Star Wars film. You know it's him, dude. Sorry, is that too close to home for any Bond fans? And I will drop my weapon.
And I'll drop my weapon.
So how much does that stormtrooper go? I'm not coming to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Phasma, I'm calling in sick. I need some PTO.
How many sick days do I have lined up? Yeah, I'm just gonna use them all.
This
Guards.
is
This is-
hilarious. No, bro, you don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
yeah,
worth it.
Kyle's have another meltdown.
Yeah, you're literally. They're just like, this is not good. Just back off.
Also, scientifically speaking, this is completely absurd.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it totally is.
Did they read a Superman comic and go, oh, that part where Krypton drains their core? That sounds like a great idea. Thank you, Captain Exposition.
Hey man, that's Greg
This
Grunberg.
is
Okay, let's not forget that they mistake the Death Star for a moon, so of course it's small.
I also still like the fact that they have like the Death Star schematic still on file.
And
Just
and all these years later, they didn't bother building their own Death Star just in case. Think about it.
they don't have those kind of resources.
They could have.
I was gonna say a thermal oscillator. That's the only way.
Obviously, the
What Han
only
really says,
explanation.
okay, what Han really says, okay, so there's always a small opening, at least this one thing that we shoot a missile out, it'll blow the entire thing up. Where is that one place?
Backwire, RIP.
We're still using Stardust as our base of building everything.
Great Han line.
That's what she said the night Ben was conceived.
No. You should feel bad.
You should feel really bad for that joke.
I'm sorry. Well, goodbye, everyone. Enjoy the watch along. I think my favorite thing is more watching Chris Doman watch Force Awakens. I think that's my favorite part of this.
And now I'm just gonna watch Chris.
It's the thing is, this film is still so new that I don't have too much necessarily like say
Nostalgia.
about. Yeah.
This scene, however,
Plus, since we have a bigger panel than we did for Rogue One, you guys keep the conversation alive while I can just chill and relax.
lucky you.
What can I say? That's what. Well, to be fair, that's what happens when you're the boss. You're allowed to do that.
Man,
This
I don't want
scene,
to watch him
however,
anymore.
I love this
Yeah,
scene.
I'm done.
So, Han, if you could just sign these life insurance forms, yeah, sure. And if you could wear this red shirt, it just screams you. Well, it's an Abrams movie. Can we do a watch along to the Nostalgia Kirk review of this movie afterwards? It's actually funny, the point you just brought up, Chris, of like, for as much as I love this movie, like, it is only like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Like, and I think of, all the other movies that I've been on for, movies that I've been watching since I was a kid.
How many times has he done this?
Exactly. I love Han's like reaction, like, "Oh shit, that's a glyph."
I am
You can tell this is the first time Han is trying this, and he's just hoping it goes well.
I could listen to Han yell at Chewie all day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Never happy landing. presence I have not felt since.
This is Hoth, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, this is
This is
Colt.
not Hoth.
This is
Okay.
Colt.
A Colt. Okay. Oh wait.
All right. Here's the line.
Dude's already lost in the sauce.
That's not how the Force works. I love it. Oh, you're cold.
Oh, you're cold?
I
Really?
remember being in the theater, just everyone just cracking up.
Oh man.
My only problem is they didn't leave enough, which I get why, but like, because it would have been unnatural, but they didn't leave enough room in between the lines to let both sink in how funny they are.
Yeah, because it's one funny line and then another funny line.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hello, Pointless. How are you?
Hey,
Captain
she'll
Pointless.
have a bigger point next movie, probably.
Probably.
That guy got blown back.
Hello, Jen.
Hi. I just walked in the door. I can't even find my Force Awakens, but hi.
Hey.
I'll just picture Poe Dameron on a loop and I'll be good.
There you go. Jen knows where it's at.
You know where it's at, Jen.
Jen knows where it's at. Hey, it's okay. John's fine with it, so you're all good, Jen.
He's on the list.
There you go.
He's on the list of approved bays.
Bays. You know what I want to see? The list
Is
of
bays on the
non-approved
bay list?
bays.
John's approved bays. I already told you. Hugh Jackman, Ian McGregor, and
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Mark Riley, nowhere on that list. All right. All right.
Malcolm Lay says, "What spin-off movies would you like to see?"
None.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
well, the one that I wanted for the longest time, we're getting. So
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan was really. I mean,
That's
just
the only one I want.
I don't. It doesn't need to be a real movie. Just have Pablo Hidalgo, Kathleen Kennedy just say, "Yeah, Shadows of the Empire, it's canon," and I'll be happy.
Yeah, that'd be
you don't
great.
even need to make
that
a
would be
movie.
great.
Or even it's been rumored. I think it's gonna happen. The Bounty Hunter movie. That's
Yeah.
I want it, but it's got to be a bounty hunter movie. It can't be a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing that I want most is the Crimson Empire thing with the Imperial Guards. That storyline is so good. Love to see that as a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to say the obvious.
Oh, Billy Lord.
Is he's Pippin, right?
No.
That's Billy Boyd.
Yes.
That's Billy Elliot.
that's
I-
Billy
that's-
Boyd.
that's-
Nice.
That's
try.
Billy
That's
Boyd.
Billy Boyd.
Billy Elliot, I think, is a character in a Shakespeare play.
That's
Not
I thought
Shakespeare.
That's what you're
Oh
trying to
my god,
An Elton John
issue.
play.
that's a dance movie.
That's a dance movie.
I thought
yeah.
that's what you were trying to talk. I thought you were
Yeah.
trying to make a joke about that, Clark.
No. I meant to say he's in a play. It's the Elton John musical. Yeah, it's a dance movie too.
And the guy who directed Billy Elliot is doing the Obi-Wan movie.
Yay.
Huh.
Or-
See, it all connects.
Malcolm, I said I wasn't going to say the obvious. Wink, wink.
So Malcolm brings up something. I thought Chris was going to say that he wanted to have a Jabba the Hutt movie. However, Chris, are your reasonings for having a bounty hunter movie because you want Jabba to be in it?
I feel like a bounty hunter movie regardless because I love Boba Fett's storylines and the comics that I've read about him. And yes, of course, you would get a lot of Hutts in it. But yeah, it would be because the bounty hunter stuff in the Clone Wars TV series is the best part of that series in my opinion. But yeah, and a Jabba movie, of course, a Godfather type movie would be great. I don't think that'll ever happen. I'd love it to happen, but it won't never happen until Guillermo del Toro, whatever you pronounce his name.
Guillermo?
This bit, I love
Guillermo
this.
del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you, Abe.
There we go. Thank you.
I like
so
your
much.
graphic, Abe.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. Yep. Yeah, if that ever happens. But yeah, spin-off movies are great. I cannot wait for Solo and the trailer when Jab is at the end of the trailer laughing. It's going to be this year's Honey, I'm Home. I mean, Chewie, we're home.
Honey, we're home.
Michael Campbell says, I don't think we should ignore that connection Jacob just made. What connection did I make?
No, we should ignore it.
Billy Elliot director.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
right.
Obi-Wan.
I was like, I just totally forgot what connection I made. Anyway.
No, we're ignoring it. Whenever Jacob makes sense, we ignore it.
We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you.
All right.
How are you?
Lauren, so Lauren asks, curious to see your guys' thoughts on the Han Solo movie with all the stuff that happened. I think she's sick of my thoughts, so let's go with everyone else.
Here's the thing about that movie is I don't want it. The cast is interesting, but I like Ron Howard as he is the director of this film now. The behind-the-scenes stuff, it's behind-the-scenes stuff. It's really about the movie that we get, and right now, I don't really care. It's the one Star Wars movie that has been announced where I just go, eh?
Yep,
That's just me.
It needs to have a couple things in it, and if it does, it's going to be an amazing movie regardless of what anybody says.
You just want Java in the movie.
Yes, exactly.
I will be shocked if Jabba isn't in the movie. I think it would, and they'd be missing a big opportunity to have him
in more ways than one.
Actually, I think it would be a big no, and here's my reasoning why.
You want this cry.
For me, this movie needs to be about Han Solo building his reputation, and if Jabba is in it, he has to be in it at the very end, as basically someone who comes up to Han being like, "Hey, kid, I need a smuggler.
I got it. Here's what we do.
Because you did this really awesome thing here." Oh, God. I'm scared.
Okay, so here's what we do. So we have the entire movie. Then we have all the credits. First 10 credits scene is Han Solo standing in his house. Jabba the Hutt comes in. I need you. I'm putting a team together.
Oh, my God. I have no words. I have no words for you now.
I hate both of you with a steaming, passionate
I
thought.
put Jabba in the movie.
You
and
did.
It's something Disney might do again.
How many hours of sleep are you all on right now?
I'm on
Not enough.
I'm on a normal amount.
I'm on 2.
I don't remember what time I went to bed.
I'm on
last
about 8 for this whole weekend.
I'm on 2 for the past day.
Talk about the thing I love about this is any other movie would have done the, hey, Chewie, I just want to let you know how good of a friend you've been. You're a great buddy.
Yeah.
No, it's just, hey, we'll meet back here, okay? It's just, yeah, no, they're going to meet back.
Lauren says, I ignore Jacob all the time. Perfect.
Everybody does.
Jessica Morgan says, can we have him bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid man? Yes. Yes, we can.
Boshuka.
Yes. Yes.
Boshuka
100 yes.
Ibagabaka cheesy. Yeah, that'd be great. And then he licks his tongue and his nose. Yeah.
This shot
Okay.
here.
Say what you will about you see this coming a mile away, but when Han screams Ben coming up,
it's too
Yeah, I don't know about this.
The homage is strong with this one,
but it just doesn't work.
No, that's what I'm saying. The homage is strong with this one. It's bad.
It's history repeating itself, and it's a broken record.
It's too on the nose. That's what it is.
And the fact that they're on a bridge without handles.
Yeah, they're on the wall. This is just like. But that being said, okay, I love the cinematography here.
Yeah. Why do you?
Yeah, the lighting is just good.
The lighting is absolutely
good.
And again, it's like we talked about in Jedi, telling a story about a character through just lighting.
Yeah. Well, why would you follow him onto a steep, thin road when you could have just stopped?
Because it's his son, and he wants to be close to him.
That shot
He loves
there,
his son, okay?
Wow.
This is a theatrical setup to a great death scene. They even got a spotlight.
I'm sorry, this is one of the worst death scenes in the franchise.
I said it was very. They got a spotlight on his death right there.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like the build up around it, like the red on Kylo's face, the lack of a score, it is absolutely gorgeous to watch. It's just
very incidental.
Story wise, it doesn't work, but
no,
everything else, but filmmaking wise, it's beautiful.
See, now, you want an instant fix to this scene. Kylo doesn't kill Han. First up, that's your first instant fix. Your second instant fix, Han doesn't die here. He officially dies back at the Resistance base in Leia's arms. Like, let's say...
I feel like that's a little bit too... I feel like that's a little bit like a cliche, though. Like dying in the arms of your loved one. Like, that's a huge cliche.
It is a cliche, but here's... Well, okay, first off, when has Star Wars ever not done a cliche? And here's the...
Here.
Hold on. Quick
and you guys don't like it, but this is not a cliche.
Sure. However, when the cliche actually does work, and here it would have, because... we haven't really spent that much time with Leia and Han, and to have them have one last scene together where they're able to just be like, damn, I wish Luke was here. And that's when R2 would come back to life, and just again, if you guys want more on this, hit me up and we'll talk about it on Skype, but trust me, there are several ways around this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is kind of a cliche too, just because.
But that shot there, the changing of where the light goes, and it's
beautiful.
It's beautiful, but yeah,
like from a visual storytelling wise, this is brilliant. It's just the setup doesn't work.
I still love this death scene because of this moment when he touches Ben's face.
Yeah.
I love that moment of you're still
said,
my kid, and I'm sorry that I failed you as a dad. Like I love that. Like this right here. I know you just killed me, but what's the bigger disappointment?
I think the reason for me that people didn't like the scene is that you don't get anyone mourning him, which they're in the middle of a battle. You can't mourn people in the middle of a battle.
That's fair. I don't know.
And that's the thing is you don't give him enough time to feel that emotion, but they're true to what this would have been like in a real battle.
Oh, that would have hurt.
And I don't feel like he died. He could have not. He could have lived.
No, he's
what I like is they spent this whole movie showing how strong the bowcaster is.
Yeah.
But okay, going back to the death scene, I think the setup is the problem. It is not the how it plays out. It's the setup that's the problem. And
I don't have a problem with it. I really like it, actually.
I feel like they're gonna retract that death in number 3.
No.
And it will depend on what Kylo's journey is, because then if he does go on the dark side for the entire movie, for the rest of this trilogy, then he had to be the one to kill Han. But if they're going to do the redemption arc, maybe it should have been someone else. Do you get what
I guess, but it's all dependent.
We have to see. This is only one piece of the puzzle, too.
Yeah,
this is a puzzle that won't be completed for another 3 years.
2
years. 2 years. I added 1 because I don't know.
He wants a Jabba movie in between.
Yeah. Damn it! I wish Bloodlines was a movie.
And again, they show he's bleeding. He's injured.
So all these people going, she's a Mary Sue.
I hate that term. Please don't use it.
Yep. I know. Try. I hate it as well.
I love this set.
despise it.
This set that they built with the snow and everything is amazing.
And,
yeah.
no one said anything about
just like his granddaddy.
no one said anything about Finn being OP. He has no training with this weapon, and he holds his own against Kylo for quite a while, and he's not force sensitive in the same way that Rey is.
But Finn is very proficient in melee weaponry, so
yes, but he's not force sensitive like Rey is.
We don't know that.
No. Yeah, but
Well,
I also
I always
think,
took the scene as Kylo is just kind of toying with Finn at that point. Like we're seeing the blood and everything.
Because he's just
it's
him down
Finn
a little
is
bit.
erratic and everything, and he's just kind of brushing him off.
And I also think they have this fight go for the right amount of time, because if it went for much longer, then Kylo should have killed him. But it's only he's really just defending himself, and he's just managing to get the thing in the right spot.
Right after that, now Kylo ends him.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he's like, okay, I'm not playing around anymore. There, now you're done.
Oh.
Ow. This moment.
All right, who thought it was Luke?
Yes.
Same.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
I thought Luke's here. Luke is coming now. Luke is coming.
Even Hamill thought that. He was like reading the script and he was like, oh, this is gonna be a great intro for me. Oh, okay. And I love just the music
awesome.
here.
The score here
is just perfect for this moment.
And the way that, because they're in this dark forest, the way that the lighting is done here is just really cool.
Oh, yeah. And I love, again, lightsaber nerd, I know way too much. The lightsabers that are designed, that they built for this, actually, it's the first time that they could have light on the set with the lightsaber. So that's why it looks even better with the light reflecting off of their faces.
Yeah.
But why did they decide to not have Luke's entrance be there? I know it
never was. It was never going to be, because it was always about Rey's moment.
Okay.
Because if you had it be Luke, then Rey's journey
Rey doesn't get her moment.
She doesn't have a journey, really.
It's true. It's good fan service, but that's about it, I assume.
Goodbye.
Whatever your name was.
I'm hurt.
All right. Michael Campbell asked, what is the most emotional moment of this whole series for each of you? Can be happy or sad. My most emotional moment, the moment that just has me this is just amazing, is when Luke ignites his lightsaber for the first time against Vader. That's shot there is just Star Wars.
For me, it's Luke throwing the lightsaber and saying, "You failed, Your Highness. I'm a Jedi like my father before me." That is the perfect moment.
I think my moment would probably be when Luke is hanging from the bottom of Cloud City. And he's just realizing everything, and Darth Vader's his father, or is he? And he's trying to talk to Ben. A lot going on there for Luke.
Yeah, that's a great one too.
Malcolm brings up a good point. To be fair, Rey is proficient with melee as well, because she uses her staff on Jakku.
Oh,
and we see that.
Her first move with the lightsaber is like with the staff, like she's doing like a stabbing type move. She's not doing this graceful, which, I mean, Chris Doman could speak more to the form she's using, but you know.
Yeah. I really want, and I've not seen the trailers, so if this is in the trailers, please don't tell me, oh, it's in the trailer. I want her to like make her own lightsaber and to get a saber staff so bad.
Well, there's got to be a reason why she still has the staff by the end of the movie.
And I want that. It'd be badass.
It would be. This moment though is just
Yeah, I love this. And the novelization though is really interesting here.
just the music.
In the novel, it says like she actually is like hearing like the dark side of the Force.
Rey is just letting the Force awake. That's PHHSDJ just asked back, where are we? The Force just awoke in Rey.
We're at an hour and 57 minutes. Oh, this shot right
she's
here.
Totally
Oh,
like dark side right now.
She's using the dark side there.
Yeah. Well, that's what it says in the novel, is that
And
she's
in-
like feeding from the dark side of the Force right now.
And in a difference from when Obi-Wan tapped into the dark side, it doesn't end poorly for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
The question is, if this really convenient planet split doesn't happen, does she kill Kylo?
I think she does.
I think she does too.
will.
They changed the scar.
They did.
Yeah. It looks better.
It does.
He put the Band-Aid on, and it
This is like, I don't have very many problems with this movie, but the really convenient planet split is one of them for me. Like, it's a cool visual, but
it's a little bit.
And and I also like the fact that Finn is also just happens to be on that side of the planet as well.
Right.
Like, could you imagine if he wasn't?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's a little bit too perfect. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
But it's
a
movies,
little.
yeah. Do you think they're gonna digitally make that scar like the one in Jedi in future releases of this movie?
I don't think so.
no.
No, I don't think
They
so.
could. They could.
Just like I don't
She
think
starts-
any future releases of Star Wars, that's it. There will be no more changes to Star Wars.
She starts giving him mouth to mouth, and it's like the Sandlot where he smiles and he's like, "Who's the actor who plays Chewbacca throughout the majority of this film?"
I can't remember who the other guy. Like Peter Mayhew did what he could.
Peter Mayhew's not carrying John Boyega.
Yeah, no, I know.
You imagine if he did? Oh my god.
Yeah, John Boyega is not a little dude.
We made a new sun with, a whole bunch of metal in it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's beautiful. Job's done here. We've kept
Jonathan
up.
Peck has a joke he's been wanting to tell us for like half the movie.
No, he said at the very beginning of the stream, I'm going to tell you guys a joke at the end of the movie.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
Another big
J.J.
issue.
Abrams even
Whatever.
says, he's like,
He's admitted,
if I
yeah,
could
fucked
change
up.
something, I would have her.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
I've never
just-
met you
it's an
before, but
understandable oversight.
It's just one of those things where it's like, they wanted to have Rey and Leia hug, and they just,
I feel so bad for Chewie. Leia's always sniping him, didn't give him a medal, doesn't hug him. I'm like, all right.
Calls him a walking carpet.
Yeah, she insults him at every
Leia's a
chance.
speciesist.
Look at that. He's crying because he's like, do I get Han's medal?
What are we looking forward to more, guys? Jonathan Peck's joke or Solo, a Star Wars movie?
Jonathan
Jonathan
Peck.
Peck's joke.
Peck's joke.
I think Jonathan
I don't know.
Peck's joke has
Did
had
Jonathan
a better
have rewrites?
making of than.
Yeah. Jonathan Peck,
Behind
how many
the
rewrites did your
director.
joke go through?
I don't think Solo had rewrites.
It just had a brand new fucking director.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a new interpretation of the story that was written.
Kathleen Kennedy and Jonathan Peck thought they were on the same fault line with this joke, and then halfway through production, they figured out nope. So they had to switch joke tellers.
Wait, is Jonathan Peck the producer? Oh wait, Jonathan
Nope.
Peck is the guy in the chat.
Nope.
Never mind.
It's okay, Chris. Go back
I'm
to
just
the
tired right now.
Go back
I'm
to
sorry.
the
He's very
topic.
tired.
I'm sorry, is there no one on the base who's just like, well, this is convenient, isn't it? And yes, the visual of the new and the old coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the piece that actually fits.
And just happens to come from our most marketable character.
That's it. I will give this movie credit that BB-8 lived up to the promise of BB-8.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, BB-8 wasn't wasn't Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, here,
I
here
honestly
it
was
is.
so concerned when they had the first
And
trailer and it was
friend
just
zone.
one shot of BB-8 and people were already getting tattoos and everything. I was like, you don't know. He might only be in that one shot.
That's true. What if the Porgs are like in 2 seconds of this movie? What will I
Kristen's like,
do?
what
What will
if
I do with my Porg tattoo?
What if
Kristen's
they
like,
need
what if I
to like
spent all this
jettison the
money on
weight and they're just gone immediately?
Oh my gosh. What a wasted space. I don't have a Porg tattoo. I might.
yet?
You guys don't know.
All right, we're gonna put $20 bet on it that Kristen's gonna get one after The Last Jedi. Who wants to take me up on that?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
you
good.
guys.
Because you know what I'm afraid? Depending on who takes the bet, Kristen might sway to the side that she likes
That's
more.
accurate. It would have to be blind. I would have to not know.
Oh wait,
Well,
Chris
I'll
Clark.
say, well, Kristen,
Come
though, if I'm feeling nice enough and if I win, I'll just give you the money to get the tattoo
Clark,
anyway.
Clark,
Oh,
what's
it's
your
going to cost
prediction?
more than $20.
Clark,
No, but
what's your
that's the deal.
prediction
If
on
we
this
have a
tattoo?
bunch of us on here on the
And
crew,
look,
so if we all
one
pitch
thing
in,
no one's ever noticed. This is the one thing no one notices. C-3PO is back to his golden arm at the end of the movie.
I noticed.
That's
Yeah,
probably
I
a
know.
mistake. What were you saying,
It's
Matt?
not. No, it's
What's
not.
your prediction
It's-
on Kristen getting the tattoo?
Rachel Cushing.
Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, I think you talk about the Schmodown on Tuesday.
No. I
Sorry.
said, what's your prediction on Rachel?
No one mentioned Schmodown because we haven't watched it yet.
What's the prediction
Oh.
on Kristen getting a pork tattoo?
Oh, pork tattoo? Sorry, I'm in and out. I think it'll happen. 100% chance. I'm running on 2 hours of
$200 on
All right, come on. We got about 5 minutes left. All right, guys.
Let's just let the music sink in.
Yeah, this score right here, this part is one of my favorites.
Lauren says Kristen should get another dog and name it Pork. I'm getting another dog and his name is going to be Ash.
Okay.
So, sorry. Porg didn't make the list. He could have been a Porgy, but oh well.
He could have been a contender.
Could have been a contender.
Does anyone else think the movie should have ended when they go to hyperspace?
No. No, you need to see Luke. You need to at least see him.
Yeah. Isn't this shot someplace that's like so secluded that you can't get here by
Skull
normal
Island,
means?
they needed
Yeah.
a helicopter to get there.
Damn, and it's hard to clear, right? I hear. Yes.
But this
They only let you shoot there certain times of the year.
shot is just everything.
Yeah.
Just the,
Yeah.
Skellig, you need a
Yeah, this is
specific
awesome.
boat, you need a
The thing-
permit, you need a
guys-
guide, you need yeah.
let's just think about this. How the Star Wars saga start? An old man shoving that lightsaber in Luke's face. And how is this new trilogy starting? A young woman shoving this lightsaber in Luke's face. Stall circle.
If they ended it at hyperspace, what would we have speculated about for 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was Mark Hamill marketed being in this?
Way too
movie?
much.
So is the conclusion of this scene going to be a cold open before the actual crawl in the next movie?
Well, you
No.
don't,
Don't know.
You don't
I
No.
hope not.
You don't know.
All right, Jonathan Peck is telling his joke.
All right.
God.
We need a drum roll.
All right, we're waiting. Better be worth the whole movie.
Oh my God, yeah, better.
Let's all be real quiet for
No,
this joke.
no, guys. That is the joke. Ha.
What?
Ha.
What's the joke? I don't get
I
it.
think
No,
he's leaving
that-
us.
No, literally. I'm gonna leave you a joke. Here's my joke. Ha.
No,
I,
that wasn't his joke. Remember back in December 13,
I-
2016, there was a tweet from Chris Miller's Twitter page, and it says 4 Star Wars directors together with a photo of Gareth Edwards, Lord Miller, and Colin Trevorrow.
Yep, I've heard that one. I've heard that one.
Oh, that is mean.
That's a way to end this charity event.
Awesome.
Oh, that
Happy
is
charity.
Brilliant. All right. Well, guys, that is it. We did it. We made it through the entire Star Wars saga that is currently released. Last Jedi opens in a month and a week. But guys, before we ended, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who joined us for this event. We managed to raise 400. Well, helps if I actually get the number up.
$445.
460 actually. $460. I'm going to leave this one open for the rest of the week, guys. If we can get to 500, I'll just be over the moon and happy with that. Because thank you, Raska, for your latest donation of $15. Thank you so much. We got to $460, guys. So thank you so much for such a worthy cause for us. That is a huge deal for such a, we're not the biggest channel in the world. We're a pretty small channel, but we have some of the most hardcore and greatest fans of all time. And it's just absolutely incredible that you guys were able to do this. I just want to thank every single one of you for sitting here with us and watching these movies. I want to thank all my panelists. I want to thank all of the special guests we had over the last 3 days. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. Chris, what were your thoughts on Force Awakens and the event itself? Chris Doman.
Yes. This was a very fun weekend. I'm glad I got to spend it with you guys because, obviously you guys are like another family to me. And what made this charity event special is, sure, was it as successful as we were hoping? From my perspective, honestly, unfortunately not. However, does that cheapen the effect? Does that lessen it for me? Oh, hell no. Because this was, this for me was a very therapeutic weekend. Because I live a very, very busy life. And obviously Take 3 takes up a lot of that time. But, being able to just sit down here for 9 movies that I enjoy the living fuck out of, even though in some respects I probably shouldn't. But the fact that I was able to sit down with a bunch of my friends and some guests and sit down with you guys as well, that made all the difference in the world. So I just have to say thank you to every single one of you. I promise I'm not going to cry this time. And, and just, yeah, you guys are the best. Without you guys, there would be no Take 3. This channel wouldn't be where it is. Because when Ryan and Harvey started this over a year ago, and when I got involved, none of us expected to get this far. And sure as shit, look at us now. We have more influence than we've ever fully realized. We have powerful friends from in various parts of the movie industry, and it is just such a blessing to be able to just come on here and, you know, hang out with a bunch of my friends. And you guys are also my friends. Keep that in mind too. And remember, suicide is not an option. Take it from someone who went down this path and was lucky enough to come out on the other side. 12 years later, and I'm still fighting it. Shit, about 3 years ago, I flirted with it a little bit, but no, it didn't get me down, and it won't get me down. So remember, this is something you can always fight. There is always another way. If you have the will, if you have the belief to fight to see another day, then you do it. And you always remember, there is always something to live for. Thank you. Jacob, you're muted.
Thanks, Chris. I do have a message from one of our members from Take 3 who wasn't able to make it this weekend. Evan unfortunately couldn't make it on camera this weekend, but he did send me something he does want to say. Something I've learned, especially over this past month, is that mental health comes first, and these guys have done an incredible job both conveying that and supporting that. I am proud of the team's stamina and their ambition to change the world. That is not a talent, but that is something that is understood and learned. So again, I want to thank the team for being outstanding. He wants to let us all know that he will be back. He will be back with the react, and that he will be on next week's reactions. With love, Evan DeGraff.
Oh no.
Matt, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah. Wow. Gonna put me after two very emotional things. Listen. This was a ton of fun. This is my favorite franchise of all time. This is why. The reason why I'm sitting here now is because of these movies. If I never saw these movies when I did, I wouldn't have been a film fan. I wouldn't have been who I was and talk with you guys about movies. And not only was I able to sit here with people I consider friends and watch movies that I love and share stories about them, we're doing this for an amazing cause. And I've known people who went down this path, and I've flirted with it myself. And it's not easy, but if Star Wars has taught me anything, is that in the darkest times, there's that glimmer of light. There's the hope. And it's hard to find it. And it like Yoda says, the dark side is quicker, it's easier, it's more seductive, but you just gotta fight for the light. And listen, thank you to all the people who watched with us, especially the Clone Wars one. Oh my God, if you stuck with us through that one, thank you. For everyone else, again, this was just awesome. So that's all I have to say.
Jen?
Yeah, I feel like I'm taking a shortcut having not been around the entire day. I worked so hard for this. Yeah, but I just want to reiterate what everyone said. We're here because we enjoy movies. We're here because we enjoy each other's company. Movies for me have always they've just always been a part of my life. It's a means of escape. It's a means of expressing myself and just learning from the thoughts of others. Reflecting on the thoughts of myself. But honestly, this cause, it's a very important cause in not only today, but just in life in general for years and for years to come, I'm sure it will be. And unfortunately, we live in a world that is not so clean cut in the light side and the dark side, but through these movies and finding something in your life that can inspire you and give you hope and give you a sense of purpose, whatever that may be, friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, a dog, a porg, whatever. Just find yourself a co-pilot. That's all it is. Find yourself a co-pilot. Keep moving forward. Life is full of endless possibilities. It's up to you to find whatever it is for you that will keep you going. So I tremendous respect for everyone that actually made it through this weekend. I wish I could have been here more, but yeah, just you guys are great. All the fans out there watching, you guys are great. So yeah. That's it.
Kristen?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I mean, I had a lot of fun. This is always fun when you just get to spend a weekend watching movies with friends, and it's cool that it's Star Wars. And yeah, Malcolm's glad he got to watch me get drunk. I'm not. It was a sucky Saturday for me, but that's okay. I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to do this. And I mean, so John has depression and at one point in his life was very addicted to some drugs and almost OD'd on them. And so this is something that is very close to our lives. And I know this was, before we really knew each other. And so I almost didn't even meet him. And Star Wars is something that we kind of had an instant connection about. And so being able to do this event with these movies is something that is really cool. And I'm glad that he got to join for a few of them. And it's really neat that we got to end on Force Awakens because he so we named our dog Finn, and he passed away a few months ago. And he was a really good service dog for John and helped him deal with his depression in a very safe way. And so after he passed, the last few months have been very hard for us. But we got some great news this week. We're getting another dog, and not a replacement, but it'll be good for us to kind of have that. And so it just feels like this week is kind of therapeutic in the fact that, we got to sit down and watch these movies together, and we got to hang out with people that have been not a huge part of his life, but at least a big part of my life the last 2 months, and being very supportive of me. And so I'm just really happy. And I did get super drunk on Friday. So that might not have been my best choice, but like I said, we've been dealing with some stuff. And so it was fun to do. And I'm really happy that I got to spend this weekend with you guys and with all the people watching. So seriously, if you are someone who deals with depression or anxiety or what have you, and you need help, get help, because it is not something that you have to live with alone. There are people all around you who are dealing with it. There are people all around you who know people who are dealing with it. And if there is a way for you to deal with it safely and with support, then please do it.
Chris, Clark?
Ooh. No, this was awesome, guys. It's always great. The last, the last watch along was fantastic. Even though we didn't raise as much money as last time, it was still a great amount of fun. You guys are very, very supportive of us, and we cannot thank you enough. You guys are rock stars. Ever since I've joined Take 3, there's been a lot of editing and graphic stuff that I've loved to do. It's amazing. It gives me a lot. These guys are great. These guys are family. These guys are awesome. To quote a Jim Steinman lyric, the beat is yours forever. The beat is always true. And when you really, really need it the most, that's when rock and roll dreams come through for you. Chase your dreams. It's awesome. So, guys, thank you so much for the support. This marathon was amazing. I am super tired. But this is for charity. This is fantastic. Everybody here is awesome. So I'm going to leave you guys on keep rocking. Love you.
And Frank, thank you so much for joining us this weekend. What were your final thoughts?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, watching these films. These films have had a profound impact on my life. I've been fortunate enough in my life to not have to deal with such serious things that we're raising awareness for here. And I like the fact that you used this franchise, these movies, to draw awareness to something that needs to be addressed in our society as a whole and with our friends and family. And I think it's very admirable of what you guys have done, not just with this charity, but the last one you did with the Lord of the Rings marathon. So I think that's something to be commended and applauded, because you don't have to do this. You can just say, hey, let's watch Star Wars movies all weekend, and that'd be that. But you decided to do something meaningful with your time as well, and make an impact in however small or big a way that you possibly could. And that's, like I said, to be commended and applauded. And I appreciate what you guys do here on this channel. You guys, you're right, you're not the biggest channel in the world, but you're not the smallest channel in the world either. And you have a lot of great supporters and fans, and I think it shows through events like this that you've put together. So I'm just glad to be a part of it in any small little way, and I just have a lot of fun hanging out with you guys here, and especially watching these movies.
Yeah, and look, I just want to wrap this one up before we get into the plugs. This was a weekend that we kind of was coming for a while, and we were really looking forward to it. And I really just want to thank every single one of you for joining us again. It was an absolutely amazing weekend, and I had a lot of fun watching all these movies and bringing awareness to a terrible disease and a terrible thought that people have with taking their own lives. And I just want to again thank you everyone who has donated. Thank you everyone who watched these movies with us and were able to put up with us complaining about the prequels and falling in love with the originals, or falling in love with the prequels and complaining about the nitpicks. And just thank you so much for putting up with us this weekend. It was a lot of fun, and it was great. And we hope, and we will see you hopefully for the next one we decide to do when we do decide to do that one. I'm gonna go around the board. Just so Chris Clark, where can the good people find you online?
Clark, you're on mute.
You're muted.
He falls asleep.
I'm sorry, guys. Idiotic Clark again. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, plugs. And I'm not going to say Kristen's plug again because...
Do it.
Okay, cool. Hi, I'm K10 Kristen Smith. I need to go to the poop. Okay. Okay. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean absolutely, positively nothing at all. Please look at my eyes; they mean nothing. Or you can find me on YouTube at No Man's Land Entertainment. Keep rocking, guys. Love you. Bada bing, bada boom. Jabba alert.
Frankie, where can they find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram at FrankieJ29. I do the Schmodown Rundown podcast on the SK Plus YouTube channel, Schmo's No iTunes feed, and that stat segment too for the Schmodown.
Jen, where can they find you?
You can find me obsessing about Poe Dameron on Twitter, Jen Kemp at JK Meme Queen, and still on Stardust, also JK Meme Queen.
Chris Stoneman, where can they find you online?
You guys can find me on Twitter and my band Last Shot Redemption at LSAR Band. And man, you guys can follow Take 3 Productions on Twitter and Instagram at Take 3 Trivia. And you can find me on Stardust at Chris Take 3.
Kristen, where can they find you online?
You can find me Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Smith_K10, the number, not the word.
And Matt, where can they find you?
You can find me as well obsessing about Poe Dameron at current_Matthew on Twitter, MattMovie611 on YouTube, and even one day if someone brings the Force Awakens, we can obsess there for the movie fandom show, which is every other Wednesday on Take 3, except not this upcoming week because I'm dead after this weekend.
And I do also want to make another mention of Abe. He put in the YouTube chat, had to drop out, but it was great being at the end of the marathon. I have so much respect for the crew for doing this for a great cause. And don't forget to see my new section on Family Game Night, Abe's section.
All right.
That's a good transition.
Where he burns dollars.
That's a good transition, guys. Next week, we are taking a massive break. So other than the reactions, you will not see any of us on Take 3. We are all taking a nice, well-earned break for a week. However, we will be back with a vengeance the week later. I do want to and listen to the entire crew of Take 3. Chris Doman, myself, Evan, Chris Clark, Abe, Ryan, Harvey, Jen, Manning, Asha, Matt, Kristen. Thank you, all of you guys, for all the work you do for this channel. We will be back in 2 weeks, guys, with a vengeance. We will be back to our regular scheduled programming. And until then, I'm Jacob London. Take care.